My name is Mark. This story happened when I was in the 7th grade. One day in July, school had just ended, so me and my friends grabbed our bikes to leave. I used to ride a bike to my house with a couple of my friends. We had a pretty nice neighborhood, so my parents and I thought that nothing bad would happen. But we were completely wrong. When we got on our bikes, all my friends decided to go to someone's house. Everyone except for me and the new kid that I didn't know very well. So, we just said goodbye to the others and continued riding our bikes on our way home. Since my house was a block away from his, we were heading the same way, and we came across a new office building across the street from my house back then. Then I came up with an idea. Hey, why don't we check out that office under construction? He agreed, and then we turned back around and started riding to the construction site, which took about 30 minutes. Once we got there, we wanted to go inside, so quietly, we opened the door and went up to the 7th floor. Keep in mind, this office building was pretty much finished, but not exactly fully finished just yet. Just then, we heard something that sounded like someone's footsteps. At first, we brushed it off as if it was just a floor creaking, but then we heard a gun reloading. Looking at each other in panic, we immediately started running down the stairs. A loud gunshot went off, and someone pushed me down the stairs just at that moment. Thankfully, there was a carpet below, so I wasn't hurt bad, but still needed someone's help to pull me up. The other kid looked behind to see me on the ground and picked me up. We were both panicking back then. The adrenaline surged so hard and we both kept running down the stairs. We decided to look behind us when we arrived on the 5th floor. There was nobody, but we could hear someone running towards us. We didn't have a choice other than to keep running. It didn't take long to get to the 1st floor. When we managed to get out of the building, I looked behind the door again and couldn't believe what I was seeing. There were 5 men chasing us. Since we decided not to split up, we hopped on our bikes and rode all the way to my house. When we got to my house, we jumped inside and decided to look out of the peephole to make sure that nobody was waiting outside. To my horror, I could see some guy's glowing yellow eyes through my peephole. I screamed at the top of my lungs, picked up the phone and immediately dialed 911. Thankfully, they arrived quickly. I'm sure that the police had noticed how frightened we were. The scariest thing was that the guy was still there, even when the cops had just arrived. However, he had soon disappeared when we walked outside to speak to the cops. And after their full investigation of the neighborhood, they found nobody. Now, it's been 5 years since this incident. However, it wasn't the end. 2 days ago, I was walking across the street to go to my friend's house, the same kid that I was with on that fateful day. Just then, I saw someone. Across the street, there was the same man that chased me and my friend down that day. He was smiling so widely, as if it looked like someone stitched his mouth all the way to his ears. He looked straight at me, and then started rotating his head at a full 360 degrees. I screamed at the top of my lungs and started running down the street to my friend's house. Fortunately, I got to his house safely, but I still don't know how that could have even been possible. It wasn't my imagination, and my mind wasn't playing tricks on me. But it was so realistic. To this day, I'm still afraid of him and worried about that one day if I see him again. This time, he wouldn't just look at me, but he could do something much, much worse.